What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Yo, there is a whole nother level of hoish and debauchery out here, and I'm trying to figure this out. Where in the hell does all these corrupt motherfuckers come from? Now, I want you guys to look at something here, because apparently a husband and wife, I believe, were arrested for, you know what? Excuse me. I'm gonna let Nate tell you, cause this shit, you can't make this shit up.
One of the craziest corruption stories you're ever going to hear. For instance, the chief of police in this town got arrested for pimping out his wife online for $200 an hour.
The 29-year-old suspect also told investigators the former police chief was allegedly pimping his own wife for $200 to men.
Matter of fact, this place was so corrupt, they even arrested the police chief's mama.
Well, it's not every day a former chief of police and his mother are arrested, but that's the case in Johnson County.
I got a crazy story to tell you guys about. Welcome to Godly, Texas, home to one of the craziest public corruption scandals in the history of our country. So first, let's start at the beginning. This is Ashley Ketcherside. She's a local business owner and she wants to be active in the local school district. So she started joining everything: the Long Range Facility Planning Committee, the Parent-Teacher Organization, the Family Community Engagement Committee, the Athletic Booster Committee. She led the local cheerleading group. And last but not least, she joined the Health Advisory Council that directs what sex education curriculum the school teaches. Now, parents started asking questions: how could a successful businesswoman also have this much time to be on 5 or 6 committees at the local school district? And then on top of that, the businesses that she's claimed to be running, no one has ever seen them before. Now, the local police did a background check on Ashley and said she came up clean. But the parents said, hey, let's just do our own little check.
Lowe says some parents became suspicious of Ketcherside because she claimed to own multiple businesses, but information about those businesses was unknown.
Some parents took it to investigate and came up with this.
A LexisNexis public record search reveals one of her email addresses matches the same email address on escort sites for a Lola Bree.
I Googled her email address, and that's how I was able to find the escort services.
Lola Bree's images are found on public websites. Some images are too risque to use in our report.
So obviously parents are shocked. Like, the school's hired an escort to teach our kids sex education. What the hell's going on here? But to be fair, being an escort in Texas is actually legal.
To be clear, escort sites are legal in Texas. Escorts charge for their companionship and time. However, if sex is exchanged for money, it's prostitution.
We don't know what kind of clients she comes into contact with or who she works for.
And she seemed to be a good escort. She got great reviews from clients.
Is also known as Lola Bree. One escort site says Lola Bree was active last month. Lola Bree has client reviews this year and reviews dating back a decade.
So she's running a successful escort business for over a decade, as you see. But there was another problem. She's a convicted prostitute. She was convicted twice.
Tarrant County court documents obtained by Fox 4 reveal Ashley Ketcherside, maiden name Ashley Villalobos, was found guilty of prostitution in 2012 and 2016.
Wait a minute. How the fuck did you... At this point, you can't make this goofy shit up. You just can't at this point. At this damn point, Comedy Central can't write a damn story this good.
In 2016, regarding a separate matter, a judge signed an injunction not allowing specific children to visit any place of Ashley Villalobos' residence because she was a known prostitute.
So the school district is now in shock and horror. They hired a convicted prostitute where a judge said, don't let children around her because she's a convicted, known prostitute. And guess what they did? They hired her and put her around children. So the good people at the school district had to fire her from all the committees.
A woman who is helping decide sex education curriculum and more in the Godly ISD is now removed from multiple positions within the school district because she's a convicted prostitute.
A Fox 4 investigation reveals she's also advertising herself online as an escort.
The discovery of a convicted prostitute being on multiple school committees and volunteer groups raises concern about background checks within Godly ISD and districts throughout the state of Texas.
So we got a two-time convicted prostitute who was able to get on some school committees and teach kids about sex education. She's gone now. You think that's the end of the story. But this is where these stories start. Now, Ashley, the twice convicted prostitute, decided to get revenge on the woman she said outed her. Her name is Kayla Lane.
Meet political enemy number one, Kayla Lane, a trustee of the Godly ISD School Board.
For whatever reason, she has targeted me for the last several years.
Lane says things were friendly with Ashley and Michael Ketcherside until she and others fought to have Ashley removed from school committees.
Hey guys, it's me, Ashley Ketcherside.
The war kept brewing, especially on Ashley's podcast. The 41-year-old wife and mother of three proved that she was not afraid to take on Lane and the other officials. Lane's name frequently came up as Ashley Ketcherside says that she was out to prove the truth.
So as you saw, she did a podcast. She's all over the internet. I'm innocent, and Lane is bad. But eventually something strange happened. See, Lane had some interesting pictures that she was sharing between her and her husband, but all of a sudden those pictures became public and were placed on Facebook.
Miss Ketcherside somehow received private photos of me that she was using maliciously to paint some kind of false picture of allegations to honestly deflect from her own behavior.
So wait a minute. Wait a damn minute here. So the known prostitute got hired by the school system after a judge told her to stay away from kids, and she targeted you and got some explicit photos of you that was sent to your husband. And this ex-convicted prostitute is now trying to start a campaign against you because you got her fired from her job. Am I right? Okay, the story keeps going on and it's getting stupider every time.
She's talking about a picture of her in a swimsuit. As a courtesy, we are not showing you the entire image. Lane claims Ashley released it in a community chat group to embarrass her, saying the trustee had posted it to a site for review. Lane also alleges that someone at the Godly Police Department used their position to gain access to her family's personal photos, to weaponize them.
Now, what happened to Trustee Lane is illegal. If someone finds intimate pictures of someone, they're just not allowed to publish them on the internet. That's what's called revenge porn. So, Lane did something very smart. She put a package together for the local police department. Here's all the evidence of the revenge porn, and then she also put a package together of here's all the evidence that Ashley Ketcherside is still an active prostitute. Here are her listings on the sites. Here are the men's reviews. Here are the raunchy pictures. She's an active prostitute, and you should investigate that too. So when she went to the police department said they're not investigating. There's nothing to see here.
This is from the Godly Police Department. They told Fox 4 that, quote, they are generally aware of the allegations. However, there is no official criminal investigation at this time based on the allegations alone.
The trustee says she told Johnson County investigators, including former Godly Police Chief Matthew Cantrell and former Officer Solomon Omatoya, that Ashley was active in more places than their feud.
I always speculated that they were at minimum covering for her because they refused to investigate.
So the police department said there's nothing to see here, but Lane is like, what are you talking about? It's obvious this is revenge porn. It's obvious she's still a prostitute. So Lane took that same package she gave to the local police department and she took it to the newly elected district attorney.
Lane got the ear of the new Johnson Somerville County District Attorney about an unrelated crime related to the school system. She also told Tim Good they'd found images, reviews, social media, an OnlyFans account, and more linked to Ashley, also known as Lola Bree.
So look at all that probable cause. So the district attorney got a search warrant to search Ashley Ketcherside's house. And they found a treasure trove of information. Now, before we get into the video of the search warrant, here's a quick message from this video sponsor, ZocDoc. Okay, raise your hand if you've been putting off Doc
sponsoring this
Fuck the damn ZocDoc shit. I want to see what the fuck going on.
message.
That's not a request.
I'm gonna call my attorney.
You can call them, your cell phone's being seized as well.
In a now deleted post to her husband's Facebook account, the authorities rolled up on March 31st with a search warrant.
During a search of their Godley home last week, investigators say they discovered a burner phone where the affidavit states Ashley conducted most of her illegal prostitution activity. Any clue what they may have found on that would have been incriminating?
I don't know.
Well, investigators found some real hot, juicy stuff on that phone, like the fact that a lot of the police department out there in that town was paying Ashley Ketcherside for sex.
Affidavit alleges the Ketchersides have been running the operation for nearly 10 years, and Ashley had a burner phone where she and her husband arranged for clients and Johns. Investigators also...
That is crazy. That is fun. That is crazy. Your husband is literally pimping out his wife. Oh my. I have never seen such debauchery. Like, that's wild. I've never seen so much shit in my life. Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? At this point, yeah, that right there is a lot. Yeah. Let's continue.
allegedly connected the Ketchersides to the former officer and chief with the same phone. Omatoya, per the court document, allegedly solicited Ashley for sex in exchange for doing yard work or babysitting her children. A discount considering her alleged rate is $1,000 per hour.
And another crazy thing they found on that burner phone is that the chief of police at the time, was also pimping out his wife for $200 an hour.
The former police chief was allegedly pimping his own wife for $200 to men. That's what court documents.
Now, I know that sounds shocking, but the police then raided the police chief's home because they were like, this is unbelievable. The police chief is pimping out his wife for $200 an hour, but she confirmed it. She confirmed, yeah, my husband, the chief of police, was pimping me out for about $200 an hour.
The affidavit says the wife confirmed the incident during an interview and search of the couple's Cleburne home last week, and that $200 was received via Cash App. The affidavit also says investigators reviewed a cell phone belonging to Cantrell's wife, and that it was, quote, immediately apparent she was being prepared for escort-related activity by Ashley Ketcherside.
So just so we recap, the chief of police is involved in this prostitution ring and is pimping out his own wife. You have another officer who's doing yard work and babysitting for the Ketchersides so he can get a discount on sex rates. Ketcherside is also pimping out the chief's wife to other men so she can make some money. The DA's office, along with the state police, decided, let's just start making some arrests and started rounding these people up.
New arrests and new details emerging in a North Texas prostitution investigation. Former Godly Police Chief Matthew Cantrell and former Officer Solomon Omatoya, both arrested and now out of jail, as investigators outline allegations in newly obtained court documents.
Investigators searched the Ketcherside's home last month. Court documents reveal they seized Ashley's burner phone and uncovered a large number of prostitution clients, including former Officer Omatoya, who solicited Ashley for sex in exchange for doing yard work and other favors. Omatoya led investigators to former Chief Cantrell. According to the documents, investigators uncovered Godly police officers and their spouses would frequently spend time at Ashley and Michael's residence, where Ashley was reportedly preparing another woman for prostitution.
Now, there's been more arrests in this situation, and a lot of the officers were involved in this prostitution scheme. And this was so deeply ingrained in this town, even the police chief's mama, she was arrested.
But where does Matthew Cantrell's mother, Regina Cantrell, come into the picture? Well, Regina Cantrell worked at the Johnson County Jail, and in the days before investigators raided her son's home, Regina Cantrell allegedly monitored jail records to see if arrest warrants were being issued for her son. She's charged with misuse of official information.
Okay, so let me give you a quick recap. The police chief, he was arrested for promoting prostitution, organized crime, and pimping out his own wife, which is insane. The police chief's mother was also arrested for illegally running warrant checks to try to give her son the heads up that the police were coming to arrest him. A sergeant was arrested on RICO violations. He was part of the criminal organization. The police officer, the one that was babysitting and doing yard work for sex, he was arrested. And obviously the Ketchersides, the husband and wife team who are running this illegal prostitution ring for over 10 years, they got caught up too. Now, more arrests have to be coming. And the reason why is because they have a burner phone. And that burner phone shows all these clients contacting Ashley Ketcherside to get sex from women. The police chief's wife, for instance. All those clients are going to be charged with soliciting prostitution. The new DA lucked up into one of the biggest public corruption cases, I think, in the history of Texas.
All I'm going to say is this. That DA about to get a whole lot of fucking money, a whole lot of fucking clout for this. Well, not even clout. He about to get recognized because that right there is some of the most disturbing shit I've ever seen. Like, that is wild. Yeah, congratulations, sir. You're about to be one of the most looked after. Yeah, people about to celebrate your ass because this is insane to me. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast, spot.com. The amount of shit that's going on nowadays is insane. I'll catch y'all later. Bye, guys.